In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a Facebook page, which is easy to do and is completely free. So to create a page, you do actually need to have an account with Facebook. So if you don't already have an account with Facebook, simply head over to facebook.com. You'll land on this page where you can sign up and it will take you literally less than 30 seconds. So once you sign up, you'll be able to create your page. Now, before we create our actual page, I just want to give you an idea of what type of businesses actually use Facebook pages. And the simple answer is there's no limit. I'm sure you all heard of the brand Adidas. They have a massive website, yet they still decide to create a Facebook page. Why? As if you remember from the last video, Facebook is by far the biggest social media platform out there, so having a page on Facebook gives you the opportunity to generate tons of potential customers to your business. As on your page, you have an option to actually link to your website, you have your phone number, and so on and so on. So you can see Adidas's Facebook page has 38 million people liking it. That is a lot of likes. Now, when we go into the Facebook ads section later on in the course, you're actually going to learn that you can also run ads to all the people who like your page. So having a page is a really good idea. Apple also have a page on Facebook as well. As you can see, they have 13 million likes. So again, another really big company that has another really big page. However, Facebook pages aren't just for big companies. They can literally be utilized by any business out there. For example, this is a local plumbing business here in Essex, which is a county in the United Kingdom for those who don't know, and they also have a Facebook page as well. So I highly recommend that you actually create a Facebook page for your business too, as you'll be able to benefit from the massive exposure that Facebook has in the social media industry. So to create your Facebook page, once you sign up for your Facebook account, all you need to do is go ahead and click this plus icon at the top of your screen. Once you give this a click, it should open a drop-down menu where you can go ahead and select page. This will then open a page like this. Now, it's really important to note that this icon up here, it does get moved around all the time. At the time of recording, it's literally in the top right, as you can see right here. But literally just a few months ago, this icon was actually down here on the left-hand side. So do pay attention to that. However, if you ever get lost and you can't find the icon, what you can simply do is go over to Google, carry out a search for create a Facebook page, and then simply click the top result, and that will open the same page which we was just on. Now, the page I'm actually going to create in this real-time video is actually going to be a page for my personal site, which is what I'm working on at the moment in the background, which is joshgeorgeseo.com. So as you can see, I've chosen to specialize in SEO, which is one of the topics within digital marketing. However, just to give you some background, this is the whole site which I'm going to be building my Facebook page for. But of course, you want to go ahead and create your page for your business. It's exactly the same process and the same steps. The only difference is you would tweak the information to suit your business. For example, if you are a plumbing business, then you would simply go ahead and put in details for your plumbing business. So let's start off with the page name. So the page name is pretty self-explanatory. This will be the name of your business, your brand, or your organization, and it's basically a name which explains what your page is about. So as my page is all about my personal website, Josh George, I'm simply going to go ahead and give the page name Josh George like so. And as you can see, as you fill in the information, it also populates on the desktop preview right here. You can also change this to mobile to see exactly how this looks on mobile too. So the second option is to choose your category. So your category is essentially what describes what your business, organization, or the topic of your page represents. So you can actually add up to 3 different categories, but I actually like to choose one which best describes what the business is about. So as mine is a personal site, which is all about me, I'm going to go ahead and simply put in public figure for the category. But as you can see, before I type in the word figure, I've just typed in public, and I have lots of other suggestions as well. So what I actually recommend you do is actually just go through and simply type in the first letter of what you believe would be a good fit for your business, and then just have a look at what Facebook recommends. For example, if you are a plumber, you could type in plum, and then you've got plumbing service, water treatment service, local service. If you're a digital marketer, maybe you can start to type in marketing. You see you've got marketing agency, marketing research consultant, and so on and so on. Now, don't worry too much about your category, as if you feel like you have got it a little bit wrong, then no worries, as you can very easily update it and change that in your page settings. So let me go ahead and put in public figure for me. Now your description is essentially a description of what your business does. So again, if you are a plumbing business, you would go ahead and put in a description to match a plumbing business. If you run a digital marketing agency, you'd simply put in information which describes what you do, what awards you won, and so on. It's also a very good idea to actually highlight what makes you unique. So for example, for me, as mine's about my personal site, I'm going to put down Josh George is an internet entrepreneur who teaches businesses and freelancers how to grow their business using repeatable step-by-step processes. So the part which is unique about me is using repeatable step-by-step processes. As I'm sure you're all aware, there are a lot of gurus out there which will give you a theory on how to do something, but they won't actually show you how to do it. So the fact that I actually go ahead and use repeatable step-by-step processes, I do believe that is something unique to me. And hopefully you're enjoying the course. So once you're happy with your page name, your category, and your description, you can go ahead and click Create Page. The next two steps is to upload your profile image and your cover photo. So 9 times out of 10 for your profile image, you're going to want to use an image of your business, preferably your business logo. As you can see, a lot of other companies also do that, Apple and Adidas and any other business you'll see on the Facebook page. So as mine is obviously a personal page about me, I'm going to simply go ahead and upload a personal photo of me like so. Now, if you don't have any photos of your business or you don't have any business logos, then don't worry, as in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a free profile image which looks absolutely professional in literally just a few minutes. I'll also show you in the video after that how you can create a professional cover photo to add to your Facebook page as well. However, for now, let's go ahead and click save. And as you can see, we have now successfully created our own Facebook page. And as you can see, it says public figure, which is a category which we selected. So the last thing which you need to do is go ahead and create a username for your page. So as you can see at the moment, my URL of my Facebook page is facebook.com/joshgeorge, and I've got this really random long number at the end. So to actually update this URL, what I need to do is create a username, as your username is basically going to become your URL. So let's go ahead and click create username. And as you can see, I have my page name at the top, Josh George. So for my username, I'm simply going to put in Josh George as well. So when it comes to creating a username for your page, typically you're just going to insert the name of your actual business as your username. You want to try and keep your username and your page name as consistent and as similar as possible. So for example, I've got Josh George, and my username is also going to be Josh George. But what you're going to find in a lot of cases is that your username isn't going to be available. So as you can see, this username isn't available. Please enter a username that isn't already taken. So a really easy workaround is simply entering the word official at the end of your username, like so, Josh George official. And now you can see that is, oh, I clicked off that by accident. Let's type that in again, Josh George official. And as you can see, this one is now available. However, as my actual page is called Josh George SEO, I think I'm just going to go for Josh George SEO, as I don't think there's actually that many people out there trying to mimic who I am. Well, hopefully not anyway. But essentially, you can see Josh George SEO is available. So I will simply go ahead and click create username. So what you want to do is go ahead and pick a username for your page. Again, just try and keep it as similar as possible to your page name. Keep the two as consistent as possible. And once you've done that, you have now successfully created your Facebook page. So I'm going to go ahead and click done. I'm going to refresh the page. And as you can see, my URL has now updated to facebook.com/Josh George SEO. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a simple icon which you can use as your Facebook profile image. So this will be handy for those that don't have a logo for the business or potentially don't have any image they can use as the main profile image for the Facebook page. Of course, if you do have an image which you're happy to use, maybe your logo for example, then you don't have to watch that video, and I'll see you in the video after that where I'm going to show you how you can create a really cool Facebook page banner which you can add at the top of your page, again for completely free. I'll see you there.